It's R&R here on the Star.
Or is it Eminem?
Could be. That's Rudy. I'm Rob, and I'd like to introduce to the San Antonio listening audience the head coach of your Dallas Cowboys, Mike McCarthy. Good morning, Coach. Happy Friday,
Hey, good morning,
Tuesday.
man. Missed you last week.
Yeah, we missed you, man. Did you enjoy your Thanksgiving?
Oh yeah, definitely. No, it was a nice quick break, and Thursday to Thursday is exactly what you want after Thanksgiving.
You know what? That is some good rest. Me, along with 40-something million other people, sat there and watched. You ever think about that, Coach? You got 44 million eyes on you because you can't tell because you're coaching. They pan to you 20 times a game. I want to get the over-under on that bet one day.
Well, yeah, I don't think about it obviously during the game, but it's amazing. I mean, it's incredible the popularity of our game and obviously the popularity of the Dallas Cowboys. So I think it just speaks to our football team and what we bring to the table.
What did you tell your quarterback about fatherhood, Coach?
Any advice?
Oh yeah, no, it's we've had numerous
Good
conversations about fatherhood. Actually, last night we were talking about changing diapers. So
Mind the hands, Dak. Mind the hands.
Oh yeah, he'll be a great father.
Mike McCarthy joining us here on our Barriers Barricade guest line for our regular Friday visit, though it is Friday in your world. You could write a master's level class on how to handle time in this weird level, end of November schedule that you, as Cowboy coach, you've been kind of thrust into. What is it about time management and getting 3 games in 12 days down the way that you have? And certainly the home cooking has helped, but it feels like almost write a book on how to get this kind of compressed schedule together. What have you learned over the last couple of years that have made this so easy to take care of, where most teams this would be a bear to deal with?
Well, an important point that you've already hit is being at home really helps.
Yeah.
No question about it. You take the travel out of it, but yes, I think it's like anything. You just got to really listen to the numbers and listen to the information, and it's really it's about the players. Because as a coach, when you step on that field every time you compete, you're always hey, is my team more prepared than the other guy? And so I think it's something I've always paid close attention to, and I think it's just like anything in life. And the more experience you have at it, you make some mistakes or you do some things well that you carry forward. And I do really feel that our schedule and the efficiency of it is really good. But we've backed off in a lot of the big gross motor skill activity with the players more, just to get the physical, the big muscles, but really intensify the fine motor skill opportunities to try to keep them as short as possible. So I think we've really got have done a good job, leading into these games, because you got to play, especially with this crew we're getting ready to play. Seattle plays with a ton of energy, and we're going to match it.
Hey, Coach, again, if I misquote you, let me know. If I remember you saying after the Panthers game, you weren't crazy about the week of practice. What defines for you a good week of practice versus a bad week of practice? Not bad week, but not one you're not too crazy about.
Well, I mean, that's the beauty of when I refer to the numbers. I think mathematics gives you an excellent indicator where to look and what to focus on. And I think the pace of operation is something that we time and look at, every time we line up. In particular, I'm talking more about the team periods. So the time from the time practice starts to it finishes, we have a plus score that you should regularly be in, and this time of year you should be plus 10, plus 11. So that means you're practicing faster things. So there's things that I've always just kept track of, just to give me indicators, because it's like anything, it's got to feel good, but most importantly, you want it to match up to the video. So so just the details, the efficiency, the pace, those are all things, because that's, if you want to be consistent football team, you have to your climate and your environment has to be regulated with that type of efficiency. So it's important for us to practice the right way.
Mike McCarthy right here on San Antonio Sports Star. Looking forward to the Seahawks Thursday night, a game you can catch live right here on San Antonio Sports Star. Coach, when I look at the numbers from Dak over the last couple of games, and obviously, MVPs being thrown around, and rightfully so. As far as your play calling, and you just talked about, the pace of practice, the pace of play, that applies to your play calling as well, doesn't it, Coach? I mean, it feels like there is a rhythm that you have found. Is it something that you build toward, or you look forward and suddenly it just all meshes together? How do you get to where you have gotten?
I think that's a very important part of, of play calling. Yeah, and it's definitely something that you have to work to establish not only with you and the quarterback, with you and the whole offensive unit, coordinated with this coaching staff and the substitutions and all that. So that's part of the whole practice environment. Question before is that to be that way on Sundays, your operation has to be that way in the practice environment. So, I mean, you could do less physically as far as the banging and the team drills, but the efficiency of how you operate it has to be the same all the time, and that's something I think as you watch teams grow through the year, you should see improvement from September through December, and I think you see that on offense.
Coach, over the years down here in San Antonio Spurland, Coach Popovich, Tim Duncan won't get to the line during the playoff game. He'll send the tape to the league saying this is unexcusable. Hearing Micah Parsons' frustration about how much in his eyes, how much he's being held, is that something y'all do as a staff, put together tape like, look, man, my guy is being held damn near every possession and nothing's being called?
Yes, it's a weekly process. I'm not aware of how they do it in the NBA, but the way it's done in the NFL is, you have your game review on Monday, and then when we conclude, offense, defense, and special teams, we have kind of a final review, and part of that review is the questions that you send in to the officiating department. So you're allowed to send 10, and that's what we do, and we highlight it, and and then we have comments on the play, and then they respond, and it's an educational opportunity for both.
It seems like they haven't responded though, because I mean, Mike. I can't watch it.
They respond in writing, but they responded.
It's normally no.
But might not line up with Micah's opinion, but yeah, they've definitely responded.
On the football side of things, on your end, Coach, like as far as coaches and players, how do y'all view? Well, they haven't played anybody, because when I look at it, the Giants have won 2 in a row since y'all beat them. No one's outside of Buffalo has done to the Commanders what y'all just did to them. The whole you haven't played anybody thing in a league where we're all pros and bad tape follows you. What is the on the inside of the walls? How do y'all take that?
Well, we just stay focused on us because it's different every week as far as who you're playing. So much of this league to me is not about who you play; it's when you play them. It's just you got to stay on top of exactly what team is coming onto the field and how you're going to attack it. So just really the focus on just self-improvement. I mean, my whole thing with our team is, and it's a constant message, is we're about winning and improvement, and that's all we need to focus on. And that's where we can't worry about what the other guy's record is and so forth, because it is the NFL. I mean, it's the game of football. There's so many variables in the game of football. 22 men on the field, for every play. You got to just really stay after the improvement component of it, because the scoreboard doesn't tell the whole story. The scoreboard's the most important statistic, and it's the final result. But the true story is in the evaluation, the internal evaluation. As long as we stay true to that, we'll be where we want to be at the end of this.
AA Best Bail Bonds brings them to you. This is head coach Mike McCarthy of the Dallas Cowboys. I'm looking at Dak's numbers last week. 10 different receivers caught a ball. We talked before about you getting CD in the right place at the right time, making the call, and sometimes it's got to go to him. Is there been a concern? Is CD, first of all, being a magnet? Is he pulling guys off to make these other guys open? And is that part of the concerted effort just to spread the ball around, or is that just what was open? 10 different dudes.
Well, I mean, it's really, I think it speaks to the way the offense is designed, and definitely the efficiency of Dak's, distributing football. But yeah, definitely, when you look at the game plans and the formations and what you're trying to create, it's definitely, you line up the responses to each player and try to put guys in position, to get their opportunities. We have numbers of, rushes and completions that we feel, is a goal each week, as far as our ball distribution. And, but yeah, I mean, there's definitely, the focus of trying to get the ball to, each and every guy, and, especially create opportunities for CD.
Is week 13, Coach? Everybody has injuries. As far as your team goes, like, you like where you guys are, or would you like to be a little bit more healthy?
Oh, you always like to be healthier, but I think we're in a good place. So, I'm just hoping we're blessed with health, all the way through here. But no, I feel good about where we are as a team. Obviously, we've had some big injuries, but that's the unfortunate part of this journey.
A little mini bye coming up next week. You got plans to get away from the Star for a day or two?
No, not yet.
I had to ask.
Just want to win Thursday night. I'll worry about Friday when it gets here.
Yeah, we put in for our days off. It didn't work either. That is head coach Mike McCarthy of the Dallas Cowboys. As always, Coach, we bid you good health and a great week of practice. Thanks for stopping by. We'll talk to you in a week and a half or so.
All right, man. Take care. I'll talk to you.